oh my god, why are you with someone that's black? Or why stuff like that is just disgusting.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just think, like, you're Indian, you know what it feels like. You're seeing a black person, and the first thing you want to do is say all these slurs and stuff. As an Indian, as someone who's Indian, seeing my own people saying that, it makes me feel sick. You guys are disgusting, like actually disgusting. Well, I was really nervous to tell my parents. You know, it's quite a scary thing to do. So
I've seen a lot of examples.
yeah, I've not seen any interracial relationships, or just relationships really.
Yeah, we were getting serious in our relationship.
Yeah.
Past talking, and I said that you need to tell your parents or we can't work. Like, it was an ultimatum of tell your parents or we have to break up. Okay, so the first question we got was, so when did we first meet? What was the first thing we noticed and liked about each
So we met in school.
The first time, yeah, we met
First
second
time,
school.
we were about 13 years old.
Mhm.
I don't know what I thought about you. I think you were just a bit strange.
I thought she was kind of a shy loner girl. What were the things
You
I liked
used
about
to
each other?
you used to just say like weird things to me, but I did appreciate that you would come and speak to me in school.
And she was kind of just a loner girl. She'd kind of stand in the corner and face the wall.
That
You
did
were.
not
Yeah, you were. You were like kind of, you know,
No.
shy loner.
Yeah, I was
girl.
shy, so it was
Yeah.
nice to just have
Like loner as well.
No. So it was just nice to have a conversation with one that was not alone. I had friends.
Yeah, what was the first things that we liked about each other then? I guess this is
Yeah,
when we started.
probably your personality.
Yeah.
Oh, back then or now?
When we started, when we romantically started speaking.
Probably you're a good listener. You let me yap.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it was the relatability. I didn't expect to relate on so many things, and we're like quite alike. So that's probably the most. I think when we first started, it was just natural. Like, it wasn't forced.
Yeah.
We didn't have to try, you know, force a conversation, and just naturally.
Yeah, we just had lots of good conversations.
Yeah.
So just topics naturally getting.
When you're having a conversation and you're like, oh, you're glued to your phone.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to know what's happening next, like a movie. That's when you know, like, it's not forced.
Nice.
So I think we both kind of felt like that. Or
Yeah.
like, I need more, give me more, I need to know more.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just based on something more than like surface level stuff. You know, some people talk, okay, what's your favorite color? Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah, I just went on a ski trip. Like, we were talking about some real like stuff, you know, personality traits, you know, history, you know, things that we struggle with in life, like all of that.
I just catching up on like the year to miss and the year in school. It's quite nice. It's like a catch up.
Yeah. What was your first time meeting in person like?
I was nervous because I hadn't seen you in years. Were you nervous?
I wouldn't say I was
stressed.
I wouldn't say I was nervous, but I guess I didn't know what to expect quite yet. So, you know, it'd been a while since I'd seen you in person, like years.
I was a bit nervous, I think.
I don't think it was awkward. I think it was just kind of like, we hadn't seen each other in a while. So it was like, you know, introductions. I kind of met you when you were with your friend. We met in London for the first time. And I don't think it was awkward. I think it was quite natural. Just, you know, you can't really be bored or things go awkward in London. There's so much going on. You just, you know, go on the tube. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was okay. I think our first meeting was good. How did your families or people around you react to your relationship at first?
Well, I was really nervous to tell my parents. So I just texted them. I was like, I like someone, and I was like really stressed out because obviously they're Indian, and you know, it's quite a scary thing to do. So
I've seen a lot of examples.
Yeah, I've not seen any interracial relationships, or just relationships really.
Yeah.
So yeah. So then I was like, I don't know what to do. I texted them, and they were like, okay, let's talk about it.
But I think we're missing a bit of backstory is that we were getting serious in our relationship, past talking, and I said that you need to tell your parents or we can't work. Like, it was an ultimatum of tell your parents or we have to break up. So I said that, put a bit of pressure on her.
You did.
She was a bit.
You did. I was a bit not happy.
Yeah,
Actually,
it was
I was
pressure
quite
on there,
stressed.
but it was
I
necessary.
was like, oh my god, like this is too much.
But pressure creates diamonds, and she turned out to handle that like a diamond. So she, you know, it did take a while, a bit of convincing.
Yeah, a few months of me just going back and forth.
Oh, not months, but yeah,
Weeks,
yeah,
maybe.
weeks. It was weeks, and
Back and forth.
back
and
and
he's like, come
forth.
on, you can do
Like,
this.
you can do this. You're ready.
Oh my god, I was so scared.
She was very scared. She was very nervous. I'd imagine when she told me that she texted her mom and just threw her phone across the room and just put her head in the pillow.
I was like,
So-
I was sitting on the floor and all my flatmates were with me,
Mm.
and I was like, guys, I'm gonna do it now. I texted them, and I was like, guys, and they were like holding my hand. They were like, I was stressed.
Like a movie scene, because our relationship was also hanging on in the balance, because we kind of spoke and we said, you know, obviously if they don't accept us,
Then
we can't be together, because we don't want to raise kids in an environment where they can't see their grandparents, and
Yeah,
it'd just be really hard.
Yeah,
We didn't want to hide. We wanted to
that
go
might
to
be a
each
bit
other's-
controversial, but
Yeah,
we didn't really want that.
I think I admire people that do it. It's very difficult to do, but the amount of like trauma and stress you have to go through, constantly battling, it's more hard work.
Yeah, like I rather like spend some time convincing my parents or like letting them come.
Obviously, some of them can't be.
Yeah.
Those ones can't. be
Letting them
convinced.
come to terms with it.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they didn't for years, then
I think it also depends on
that'll
like,
be hard.
you know, why they're being convinced. Is it because, you know, is it based on like, okay, I don't want my daughter or my son to be with this person for these specific reasons. Maybe she doesn't have a job or whatever it is, right? Valid reasons, that's fair. But if it's just because of race, then I don't think, you know, people can be convinced of that.
Yeah.
So that was the ultimatum. And the first time was, you know, I went to meet her parents not too long after that, I think. We met in real life after I picked her up. We went on a short day and I brought her back. You know, shook both her parents' hands, had a little chat. It was more of an introduction, a hi and bye thing. And now we've reached the stage where she's met my parents as well. And her introduction to my parents was, you know, I told them, you know, who I was dating. They asked me where she's from. I said, yep, she's Indian and everything like that. They asked me a lot of questions about it. You know, they were interested at first, curious. But once they met her, I think they finally understood, okay, like this is a good person, you know, she's got a good job, a good career. I can see a bit of her personality, because that's what my parents are like. They trust but verify, right? So they see it and then they, you know, they make their thing from there. So now we've met each other's parents. We've been over to each other's places. It's cordial. It's cordial. Cultural differences. Once one cultural difference or habit that surprised you or confused you or made you laugh.
For me, I already said this to you, didn't I?
The spaghetti in the rice.
Oh, that's weird. I'm sorry. That's wrong.
That's not wrong, because you guys have onam sadia, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many different things you guys are
But
mixing.
they actually work.
But we think that works.
Spaghetti
We
and
think
rice.
that works.
Spaghetti and rice are 2 carbohydrates.
Yeah.
Why would you have 2 carbohydrates in the same dish?
It's like eating rice and potatoes.
That's wrong.
There is something in your culture that would probably be similar. Imagine eating lentils and rice. What about dal and rice?
Dal is protein.
It's more carbs than protein. It's like 2 grams of protein per.
No, it's not 19.
Okay, so like lentils and rice, which people eat.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lentil curry and rice, that's
Lentils
carbs and
is-
carbs.
No.
It might as well be. Lentils are pretty low. You know that's right. Lentils are more carbs than protein.
Guys, the spaghetti is always plain as well. It's plain. Oh.
It's not plain. You have no idea what you're talking
No,
about.
I had it.
You know what?
And also, they have like a bowl of water to wash their hands while they're eating that with their hands. I don't think we have that in India. So that was like, oh, I think that's good. I think we probably have that.
I think what surprised me the most about your culture, probably how into movies and that sort of like social media. Like I don't think I've ever seen a culture more interested and accepting. Do you get what I mean? Open of social media and like posting and movies. Like they're quite into that sort of genre.
It's a bit like Americans. They're very happy to be in camera. Whereas in the UK, they're not.
Yeah, the UK.
They're just very open.
Yeah,
They're open. They're willing to like partake.
But when I see people filming and they're like, yeah, and they cover their photo and they'll film it. So that's probably the most surprising part.
Are they not like that in Ghana?
I haven't been there since 2011 and I wasn't filming. I didn't see anyone filming back then either, to be honest. 2011 was a different time, so I don't even think streaming and all that was a thing. So based on the videos I see, they're receptive, but I wouldn't say people are flocking to jump in front of the camera. What has been the hardest part of your relationship, and how did you both get through it together? We know the answers to this question. It's two different situations. First, being long distance.
Yeah.
And second,
telling my parents.
Telling her parents. So we've kind of already touched on telling the parents and how that was difficult. What was the way that we, helped each other get through that?
So with that, we realized that we need to be able to have a relationship with our parents, to be able to speak to them just openly about something else, or just things in general that's going on in our life, not just about the relationship. Can you openly talk to your parents and say, like, Mom, Dad, I don't want to do this course anymore, or I don't want to play football, I don't want to do this club that you made me join. Like, can you openly speak to them and say that?
But the way we got through that together was we communicated, like, a really process communication. Like, she would explain what she was going through, I would explain. Listening, communicating, going back and forth with each other, having healthy arguments as well. She had different disagreements on how I thought we should have done it, and same in vice versa. It's good to have those, like, everything wasn't kumbaya. We did have disagreements. We did, have different ways of how we'd handle it. So I think all of that was important. The key thing during those things, and long distance as well, was that we aren't fighting each other. We're just fighting the thing
fighting the situation.
Yeah, that's right there. And long distance is really difficult, especially because we're at uni, different courses,
doing like placement, trying to find time,
different schedules. I was doing a different course as well. I had a different schedule, so it was hard to find time at both sides. But we got through that, and without focusing on the future, we wouldn't have been here now. What are you most excited about in the future, and what advice would you give to couples in an interracial relationship? So, answer the first one about most excited in the future together?
I'm excited to go to Ghana.
Ooh, I'm also excited to go to India, but I think the most exciting thing is like just going to, like kind of bigger than that, like going to loads of countries, like going to America, going to South America.
Yeah, just traveling together.
Yeah, I think that would be really good.
I think that would be really
And filming it, vlogging.
Yeah.
As far as what advice would we give to couples of interracial relationships?
Is that if your parents aren't okay with it, it's probably not going to work out.
And if you're panicking, not just for weeks, because that's normal, as in like if someone's never spoken about relationships, they might need a little bit of time. But if it's like a year, if it's 6 months, if it's 9 months of not being able to tell your parents that like, you're dating someone.
Are you actually serious?
Are you serious? Are you stringing that person along? Is it fair to carry on saying, I'm going to tell my parents when you're not?
So make sure both of your intentions are clear, and you guys, because it is an interracial relationship, you do have to take those extra steps. And it might seem like,
am I doing too much?
Yeah, it might seem like that, but it's really important for the interracial relationship to work.
I agree. Because I think we're from the UK, and normally with white relationships, that's not something that is a big deal.
No.
Isn't they come over, and it's like they could even come over after they just really like started talking. Over here, I think sometimes people think, oh, if I introduce him to my parents, that means we're getting married tomorrow. But it doesn't have to be like that. It's just I'm taking him seriously. It's what we're doing. This is who I'm with.
It's also showing your partner that you respect them enough
to show
you're not hiding in their bedroom.
And I think because of that stigma and taboo of it. I'm not saying every white person, but in the UK we see a lot with white people. They aren't scared of that, and I think that really helps. When their relationship fails, it's because someone like did something wrong or it didn't go well, not because the parents are like, hey, what's going on? Like 80% of the time. So I think for interracial relationships and any interracial parents watching it, I think it's important. If you brought your child up in the UK, you can't expect what?
You can't expect them to just marry their race.
You can't expect them to adopt all the
cultural things.
They're
like,
in England.
They're in England. They're learning to speak the language. They're hanging out with people of multiple
skin colors, backgrounds.
They're hanging out with people that are from different backgrounds.
Asia, Africa, everywhere.
But to expect your child to do all of that, acclimatize with the environment, but not date someone.
Yeah. Or not even seen it as a possibility.
Come on, guys.
I think, again, the best advice we have for them is not only but tell the parents as early as possible. So as soon as you guys have that conversation of like, okay, this isn't just a talk. Like we actually want to go forward now.
Yeah.
You need to go and say, okay, I'm interested in telling your parents, because without that, you're not going to get anywhere. And if it goes in 3 years, and it gets all messy. So, bonus question: what's one moment in your relationship that made you realize this is my person? I think that, again, it kind of comes back to the two most difficult parts of our relationship, but being able to survive that long distance, and then her also telling her parents the strength it took to do that. I think that said, okay, this is, maybe not exactly this is my person. That's a bit cringy, to be honest. But like, as in, this person's serious. Like, this red string theory, this is my person, soulmates. I don't really believe in that. I just live in the present.
I think probably how thoughtful Bonzi is. I think he thinks about the tiny little things that I say and he remembers them. And I think that's important. I can't pinpoint an exact moment, but like over the scheme of the relationship, you're just very thoughtful, and the little things that you've done have made me realize that you're serious.
Yeah, I think for both of us, it wasn't a single moment. It's just like, with time, when you get to see
I
your
think
partner in hard situations.
And both of us have sacrificed
Mhm.
like things for the relationship, which prove that we're serious, and we've shown each other that we're committed.
Yeah.
So,
Because I don't think you can really judge this is my person from one moment. We see so many relationships, I'm like, oh, look how he looks at her, or whatever it is. Like, they see a single moment and like, wow, this relationship is perfect. But have you seen them when they don't have money? Have you seen them when they get angry? We've seen each other in those moments. And I think that's what really helps us understand what it is. So yeah, thanks for listening, and hope it helps anyone in the future. And this has been Bonzi and
cheers.
checking out.